Where you look, where you touch, where you feel, yeah. Where you look, where you touch, where you feel, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Morning Joe slaps, mate. It just slaps. This is what life's about, man. Fucking just coffee. Coffee is a big part of life. Big part of my life, anyway. Batman mug. How sick is that? It's good, lad. It's very good. Can we talk about the truth? Woohoo! Yes, the lads. Yes, the lads. What a beautiful day. It's morning, just come outside. Gonna hop in the car, get some fresh air, clear the head a little bit. It's a good way to start the morning. Caffeinate, get outside, chill out. Just observe the beauty that is the place I fucking live, mate. Check that out, son. How good, how good. First things first this morning. Oh, hello, you ready? About to speak Chinese. First things first this morning, I need to go grab myself a bag, right? Because I actually don't have a backpack. I'm either just walking around with things in my pockets or things in my hand. It's just not ideal. It's not ideal. So I'm gonna shoot out, grab myself a backpack. Then we're gonna head to the park. Alright, have a little DMC one-on-one. Lads, how is that for a morning view? Check that out. How freaking good. Right, driving one-handed, driving a manual one-handed is not a fucking good idea. Oh, actually, would the warehouse have a good backpack? They fucking might, you know. I might go the Gizmo, see what they've got. Otherwise, Mackie Packy it is. Lads, 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 lads. Parking spot just fucking waiting for me. Lads, I've found it. Here we go. That's what I'm getting. There's actually some pretty tidy backpacks back here, to be fair. Got a cheeky little mug. Oh, Baby Yoda up on the top. Lad, yes please. I think a cheeky two-piece black backpack standard. I think I'm just gonna get that. Oh, that's always handy when it doesn't come off the hook. Who in God's name cable? Like, if you want to use a backpack straight away, good luck to you. Zip tied to the fucking zips together. I was gonna break. Oh no! I know what I can do. The cheeky carabiner, survival kit carabiner on the keys. Got a cheeky shank on it, son. Trying to shank myself in the process. Oh, too easy, son. Oh yeah.
开机，蓝牙连接成功。
I want to be a part of the Pony Club. Hey, what are you saying? G'day, mate. Wait, check this out real quick. The backpack I bought, right? Calm little backpack, 20 bucks kind of thing. Not too shabby, but it gets better. Free cheeky little water bottle. Oh, there you go, got a warning label on the front. It's a good sign, isn't it? I suppose I just wanted to make this really just because I kind of just want to update you and keep you in the loop as to what's going on in my life, what's the haps, how am I, where am I headed, and just kind of what the go is, because I don't know if I can really call myself a private person, to be honest, because, I make fucking YouTube videos, son. But in a weird way, I also do like keeping things to myself, I suppose, and it's something I'm trying to get better at, right? Like, trying to share a bit more, but I am quite, like, interestingly enough, I am quite a reserved person when it comes to, like, my life, I suppose. Obviously I make content about different topics, but I suppose from like what's actually going on the day to day, pretty much keep it on the lowdown. So I made a video almost a year ago now, titled I dropped out of university. Never ended up uploading it, but I mean, you can tell from the title, I dropped out at uni. So I went to uni, made a couple videos there.
Woo! Cheers team! Yeah!
A couple of you, if you've been following me for a while, will remember those videos. Absolutely love uni, like absolutely thought it was class. Frickin' shared a flat with some awesome people. I was studying screen and television at the time, so I was studying basically how to make movies. And I loved it, right? Like it was cool, it was always good, but it was never my first choice. It was always my plan B out of school. I mean, being a movie director would be sick, right? Like that would be frickin' awesome, but yeah, it was my second option, and I ended up having to go down that route. And I'll explain why in a second. But yeah, met some freaking awesome people, thoroughly enjoyed uni, got the whole experience, and mate, it was sick. Like living in Christchurch by myself, having a couple mates down there, making new mates down there, it was like good fun. Good fun. So what do I do? Like what am I currently doing if I'm not at uni? Like, how am I surviving? Am I living on the dole? No, son, I'm not. So I'm a physical training instructor. So essentially, if you imagine you go to like, I don't know, Les Mills or F45 and you go and you do a class, the instructors that are there, that's essentially an element of the job that I do. So coming out of school, this was my first choice. This is a career I've always wanted to follow. Helping people, trying to inspire people to get fit. For me, fitness isn't just like a lifestyle, right? Like it's, the beautiful thing about it is that, and I've said this many a time, is it's so fair in the sense that you get out of it what you put into it, okay? It's one of the only things in the world, you can't frickin' pay people to do it. You can't get someone to do it for you. Literally, you reap the reward of how much effort you put in, and that's the beautiful thing about it. And I wanted to basically spread that sentiment and infect as many people with the bug that bit me when I was younger, and basically show people that, you know, if you're willing to put the time in, the rewards you can get out of it are essentially endless. And that's where my passion lies. Now, in order to become a physical training instructor, you had to do an assessment, okay? It's like a little 3-day assessment, and I was at uni at the time. So I went ahead and I did this assessment. The day before I left, I got IT band syndrome in my knee. Oh my days, mate. I made a couple videos on this, like recovering my IT band syndrome. I tried to run a 5K probably a month or two after I got it. Couldn't even complete it, which is pretty funny. Like, you can imagine the pain levels, because I literally just ran 100K the other day, and it's like I couldn't even finish 5Ks. So essentially, IT band syndrome is when you get swelling in your knee. I think I had a partially torn lateral meniscus as well on my knee. But essentially, you just get swelling in your knee. Your IT band is a big bit of fascia that runs down the side of your leg, and it was just pulling on what's called the femoral condyle, basically a piece of bone on the edge of your femur. And mate, the pain level was like that of a broken bone. Like, it's so sore. And the nature of this assessment, this 3-day assessment, they test basically your physical prowess, your fitness, how fit you are, your ability to think on the fly, your confidence, your public speaking ability, and your mental resilience. So we were doing some pretty out the gate physical tasks, probably running between like 20 and 30K a day. And meanwhile, the day before I set off to go on this assessment, like, I couldn't walk, like I was fucked. So to get through it, I was just necking back painkillers, like an obscene amount of painkillers, literally just so I could push myself beyond what my body was allowing me. Like, normally, if I didn't have anything that was important, I probably just would have sat on the couch, waited a couple months and got better. Right, but this 3 days was literally the only opportunity I had to prove myself and prove that I was good enough to basically earn the career that I now currently have. So I was willing to do anything. So I was just necking back painkillers, going as hard as I possibly could, and fuck me, it was the worst pain I've ever been in. I remember on the last day, we basically had like an 8-kilometer run, and I was trying to send it, and I remember being on like the final couple laps, just like having so much pain in my knee. I just thought I was gonna stop and just vomit. I was gonna keep going, like I didn't give a fuck, but I was just gonna legit stop, yak, and keep going. And like that level of pain, mate, oh. Like literally, I remember going back to basically do my course, because you have to do a 6-month course before you become qualified. I remember going back, and the course was held at the same place as the assessment, and yeah, mate, like I low-key had a bit of PTSD, like seeing the same field. I was like, oh, I remember that. Proper sickening feeling. Anyway, somehow, literally with one leg more or less and painkillers, I managed to make it through and pass. Did my 6-month course, and then ended up here essentially. So I live in Blenheim, this is where I work, this is where I reside. Beautiful place, beautiful outdoors, as you can see. And yeah, I absolutely freaking love my job, I love what I do. And it's given me that platform to be able to, you know, try and inspire as many people with that sentiment I mentioned before about what health is and about what fitness is. So yeah, I did drop out of uni. It's not because I didn't enjoy uni, I freaking loved uni. It was actually a real hard decision. But now that I'm here where I am, there's zero regret. Like if I could go back and do it anyway, I'd pick the exact same way I'd done it.
Okay, so I'm in the library now, so I gotta be real quiet, but essentially I'm just doing some study of the PT course. And as much as I love like working out for myself, I also can't wait to get this course and then hopefully train some of you guys.
So a little update on my current situation. So obviously I just ran that ultra, 100K ultra, that was my goal, 100 at 100. Feel like, obviously I mentioned this in the video, tick that one off. Fucking sick one, son. Come on. Yes! Let's go! Yeah, recently discovered I've got an appendicitis, so that's a bit interesting. And this is a fucking long story. So basically, probably 9 months ago, basically one day just woke up, felt like shit, like felt like fucking ill to the core, mate. Woke up, I was on my course at the time, again it's pretty physically challenging, so I woke up, did like an hour of swimming, because that's what you have to do, then ran to work, because that's what you have to do, it's one of the things you have to do, you have to run to work. Got to work, was completely fucked, like I was pretty much dizzy all morning, couldn't really see straight. I was like, look, I'm going home, like there's no way I can even like pretty much stand. Went home, laid in bed for 2 days, was just in like fucking, again, unreal pain. Was like, oh my god, this is pretty nuts. But the thing was, right, is like the pain that I experienced in my knee just a couple months ago was honestly worse. Like it was honestly worse, and like for me, that pain's probably like, I don't know, because I've experienced it and I know what it's like, maybe like an 8 out of 10, right? Because 9's like close to imperceivable, and 10 for me is like an imperceivable amount of pain. So that's probably an 8. So then this like appendicitis is probably like a 7 out of 10. So I was just chilling in bed and called up my dad. Dad's a doctor. He's like, oh mate, you need to go to the hospital. I was like, oh nah, like this is, you know, like it hurts, but like fuck. You know, like I've had worse, like I've genuinely had worse. Anyway, spent about 48 hours in bed and just came right, like legit just came right. Was sweet for about a month, and then after a month, woke up one day and just had like probably like 4 out of 10 pain, 5 out of 10 pain. Just like you kind of just feel sick, right? You basically just feel sick. Like when you're sick, you just feel like shit, you're feverish, stomach sore kind of thing. It was basically like that, and that's just lasted for 9 months. I've had multiple different tests, seen multiple different doctors. I'm like, what's going on? No one knew. I was doing some research the other night. I was like, fuck, I think I know what this is. So I went to the doctor. I was like, look, I think I've probably got an appendicitis. They're like, really? Went and got some imaging. Lo and behold, I do. Yeah, so I've had that for the last 9 months, and it's not been great. But I'm also at the point now where it's like, fuck, I know what it is. I can get the shit sorted and just move on with my life, which is like the best feeling in the world. Like, you have no idea how annoying it's been to be putting up with this for 9 months. It was pretty funny. I called up my mum. I was like, Mum, I got an appendicitis. She's like, woohoo! Just like, again, twisted scenario, but finally know what it is. I can finally get my fucking health back in order, because health is everything. Like honestly, in terms of value, the most important thing you can have in life is health. When you don't have health, literally nothing means anything, mate. Like your health is number one. Money, success, fame, family, like I would honestly say all of it comes under fucking health, mate. You've got to make sure that the health of yourself and the health of those around you is literally number one, because if it's not, you literally don't have anything. So I'm fucking stoked to finally get this sorted. It's kind of funny, I was chatting to my dad actually, and he's like, you're a twisted cunt, eh? I was like, what do you mean? He's like, firstly, you should have gone to the hospital, you know, 9 months ago when I told you to. And I was like, yeah, look, probably. But my pain scale's just altered because of that fucking knee. Like, that was so bad. Like, nothing compares to it. Not even appendicitis. But we were also talking, and I'm like, fuck, man, like, you know, I've achieved some pretty cool things, you know, despite this. Like, you know, on a day-to-day basis, I feel pretty sick, right? Like, I'd probably feel like a 6 out of 10 if 10's like, I mean, I suppose if 10's normal or 10's good, probably like a 6 or a 5. And I've still done some out-the-gate stuff, man. Like, I trained to run a fucking ultra, did an ultra series, and completed it. Like, I challenge you to run a 100k ultra. Fair enough, you might be able to do it. Wait, get an appendicitis and then run it. So that's the challenge I'm issuing you. Obviously it's unrealistic. Wait until you get an appendicitis and go run an ultra. It's not what I'm saying, but basically just looking back on it, I was like, fuck, it's pretty cool to be able to see that, you know, I've done some neat stuff despite basically having a dampener on me, like being nerfed, mate. I was like, the fucking embers that burn inside me, mate, they've motivated me enough to be able to go out and still accomplish what I've accomplished. And you know, those embers haven't been as bright as they have been before. I was like, once I get this fixed, mate, I'm gonna be like a roaring fucking flame. Like, just wait, son. That's the mindset I'm kind of taking to it. It's like, if I can do what I've done with this hanging over me for, you know, nearly a year, as long as it has, and look at what I've accomplished in the last year, I was like, wait until I get this shit fixed and I'm good to go and I'm 100%. Got another thing fucking coming, lad. You got another thing coming. But yeah, just literally thought I'd make this video, update you on life, update you on what I'm doing, working inside of Blenheim. Love this place, love the outdoors, work with some pretty fucking cool people. Little health update. Honestly, I'll be fine, like it's not an issue. One of the easiest things to fix. So I feel like you just get surgery and then you're good to go. And I fucking can't wait to be back, lads. Like, to be 100% again. It's like, I don't even remember what it's like. It's gonna be like being on roids, man. It's gonna be fucking good. It's gonna be so good. But yeah, look, that's basically what I wanted to say. Give you guys a little update on where I am, how I'm doing. The intricacies of life, son. That's what it's all about, right? Living, experiencing life as a whole. I'm 20 now. young man, still got plenty of juice in the tank. Want to keep spitting out videos, it's what I love to do. I suppose the reason I wanted to make this video, right, is because it's easy to look at social media and be like, oh, you know, and everyone says this, like, oh, you know, everyone, you know, people just show the highlights on social media, but it's true, mate. Like, look at anyone, honestly, it's probably best to just stay away from that shit, because no one's gonna post online like, oh, I've been struggling with this, or I've been struggling with that. Like, most people are gonna be like myself previously and just like, you know, be quite private and just post the highlights. So yeah, it's important for me to kind of share, I feel like, to share, you know, some of the shit things that happen, because it's like, you know, life, you get the good with the bad, you get the bad with the good, and that's the way it goes. To pretend that life's all good, it's not realistic. So yeah, it's something I'm gonna be working on, sharing a little bit more, being a little more personable, I suppose. But yeah, little heart to heart in the park, NZ rookie style. Man, I absolutely love making videos. I thoroughly enjoy it. It's not something I want to stop, it's something I want to keep doing and just see where we can take it, see how far we can take this. Like, fucking why not just keep doing it, have fun with it, enjoy myself and get after it. So thank you guys for watching this video. Please, if you enjoyed this video or you found it helpful in any way, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. All that stuff helps me out. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in a future video very soon. Adios.